just tired. I can't fix it.
Cameron usurper
Start
burned
over
Kavach
from
too.
nothing.
Kavach was rebuilt from ruins once before, and she'll do it again.
What three testing? Testing. What three testing?
Almost finished. There's nothing left.
Don't forget, Cameron, you.
Testing. What three testing? Alrighty. Finally, some time for more Oblivion Remastered. I wanted to play so bad, but I was working all weekend, finishing a project at the
I'm
moment,
just lucky to be alive.
and I think I missed everyone finishing the game. I don't know, right? It kind of look like Keanu Reeves. That's interesting. I wonder if I can switch a few things in like a mirror spell or something like that. You know, that people have come up with a bunch of mods. I don't think I'm gonna mod until there's like a proper mod manager thing because I have broken Oblivion a lot of times. This is why I didn't finish the main campaign. Well, because I destroyed my computer
I've looked everywhere. Perhaps she's still in Kavach.
by an accident, but I was also just focusing on mods and I didn't finish, so I'm not gonna do it until there's an actual thing.
Perhaps she's still in Kavach, in a basement, hiding?
Right.
Yes?
I can't remember this, just Robin Kovac. It's so the models are so like she looks like a Nordic woman. She looked like a 40-year-old woman from Norway. I don't know. That's what I would think.
If you mean the priest, I don't think he made it out of the city. Very few of us did. But Savlion Matthias might know more. He's in charge of the city guard that are defending the camp. You too.
Welcome to Kavach. We've had a spot of trouble, as you can see, but I'm open for business. You'll find him at the barricade, top of the road. He's still trying to hold what's left of the guard together. Farewell.
It's the smell, really. Smoke and fire. And something worse. In the ruins.
I'm just...
Cool, I can actually sleep here. I think I cannot loot anything though. Okay, I can sleep in this one, but not in this one. The immersion. This so much.
I've looked everywhere. Perhaps she's still in Kavach, in a basement?
I don't have much. I lost everything. Can't go into battle with broken equipment.
Okay, actually repairing is a good idea. I wonder if I can sell to her.
May I interest you in some of my fine wares?
I did wanted to sell some things here. I'll sell a bunch of these. Not really using them. Might use them for hunting, but not really. One is for the claymores and more damage, so screw it. I like the idea of having a dagger. Short sword is also pretty good. more damage, but it weighs also much more. This steel though. I'm gonna keep the short sword. If I had an iron dagger, probably. Taking any 4.
An excellent bargain.
I do want to make like a leather outfit, so I'm gonna keep this.
You drive a hard bargain.
Yeah, that should be good.
Tell your friends about me. Leave me alone.
Guy, what's he running?
Perhaps she's still in Kvatch, in a basement hiding.
It's possible. Or maybe she got out and she's looking for you too.
Come on, run while there's still time. The guard still holds the road, but it's only a matter of time before they're overwhelmed. God's blood. You don't know, do you? Deidre overran Kvatch last night. There were glowing portals outside the walls, gates to Oblivion itself. There was a huge creature, something out of a nightmare, came right over the walls, blasting fire that swarmed around it, killing. Go and see for yourself. Kvatch is a smoking ruin. We're all that's left. Do you understand me? Everyone else is dead. It was Savli and Matthias. Some of the other guards helped some of us escape. They cut their way out, right through the city gates. Savlian says they can hold the road. No, I don't believe him. Nothing can stop them. If you'd seen it, you'd know. I'm getting out of here before it's too late. They'll be here any minute, I'm telling you. Run when you can.
Right. Portal to Hell. That's a very interesting.
Hope is gone. The Imperial line is dead. The Covenant is broken. The enemy has won.
Covenant?
The Imperial line is dead. And the gods have forsaken us. Where is our blessing? Where is our protection? Where are our gods? The enemy triumphs, and we die alone.
Interesting. That is one of the main aspects of the Elder Scrolls. The fact that the god, this idea that of being abandoned by the gods, and this is something very present in human nature. This I've read some psychological treatises talking about how it is the human feeling of being left behind, or being left alone, some sort of like an orphan, and this ties to the religious sentiment of creating a higher being, something like that. But I don't think it's a psychological thing. I think there's a reality to it. We don't see our gods. We don't see the other world. We don't see the supernatural. All we see is this cold, physical, material world, and we want to make sense of it. And we seem to know that there's something beyond it. So this whole idea of the gods abandoning us is very interesting. Especially, I've talked about my idea of the gods in the Elder Scrolls and the abandonment and what it all means. I'll keep building on this. It's very interesting.
Lord Dagon is the enemy. He is the Prince of Destruction, and the Daedra are his servants.
The chapel is cast down, and the faithful, my friends, all dead. The enemy has won, and we are destroyed.
No.
Hope is gone. The enemy has won. In the West, people are even starting to disappear.
Well,
The gods have forsaken us.
that traveler for one time about these
Divines are
disappearances.
powerless to stop all these threats. Even as we speak, people are disappearing near Anvil, and I foresee a terrible threat.
Oh, I gotta go to Amel right after this. I think that's the one of the divines.
And a follower of the Nine.
I am
I
a noble
fought
soul,
with
what a
humble
follower.
priest and represent an order that stood for Akatosh for centuries.
Eh?
I feel these disappearances are an insult to Akatosh's commands. Will you investigate the ruins of Beldaburo and help us?
The ruins of Beldaburo, very interesting.
He seems to be different than your usual self-proclaimed holy man.
Prophet.
Maybe what he says is true, and that the attack on the Chapel of Dibella is just the beginning of an assault on the church itself.
Oh, I'm getting all these quests
Things
out of
go from
nowhere.
bad to worse nowadays. Priests murdered on the chapel altar. What next?
Interesting. Very, very interesting.
Leave me alone.
Very interesting. I don't remember this NPC. I don't know if it is because now I got all the DLCs and he's just giving me a bunch of quests about these attacks on the churches and how we are being left behind by the gods. And I was talking about my theory on the Elder Scrolls and how the gods are actually us. They gave their divinity to create our world, and there's something. So I do research on the afterlife and all these paranormal things, and there is something related and akin to that in the real story of life and how the gods actually live through us in a sense, or the god, if you may, the source material and intelligence of the universe. And this whole idea of abandonment that the gods have abandoned us, and we are unable to do anything, just like in the Elder Scrolls. It seems that in reality we have a bigger role to play in all of this. So in the Elder Scrolls, you are the hero. You become the hero of Kabach, where I'm going now, where it seems that a portal to hell itself has opened. So the gods have abandoned us, but it is the hero of Kabach and all these noble warriors who are going to be fighting it, and the Imperial Legion, this conjunction of men from all places in Tamriel, just coming together to do it with the aid of magic and all these things going on. It's so interesting. I think Oblivion, one of the reasons why Oblivion is very popular and people love this game is it works even at a subconscious level. A lot of people don't even see it. They don't understand it. They're not aware of it because we as humans have been very limited to our true nature, to our true divine nature. But in reality, we know there's something else. And when the games approach all these, call it in a way, but it's not the right word, but I don't know how else to call it, the religiousness of Oblivion and the divines and this idea of hope in the face of portal to hell itself, something very entrenched in the human trauma, in the human subconscious mind. There's something more to it.
Stand back, civilian. This is no place for you. Get back to the encampment at once.
Not near.
Lost the damn city. That's what happened. It was too much. Too fast. We were overwhelmed. Couldn't even get everyone out. There are still people trapped in there. Some made it to the chapel, but others were just run down in the streets. The Count and his men are still holed up in the castle. And now we can't even get back into the city to help them. That damned Oblivion gate blocking the way. The only thing we can do, we'll try to hold our ground, that's what. If we can't hold this barricade, those beasts could march right down and overrun the encampment. I have to try and protect the few civilians that are left. It's all I can do now. You want to help? You're kidding, right? If you're serious, maybe I can put you to use. It'll likely mean your death, though. Are you sure? I don't know how to close this gate, but it must be possible, because the enemy closed the ones they opened during the initial attack. You can see the marks on the ground where they were, with the great gate right in the middle. I sent men into the gate to see if they could find a way to shut it. They haven't come back. If you can get in there, find out what happened to them. If they're alive, help them finish the job. If not, see what you can do on your own. The best I can say is good luck. If you make it back alive, we'll be waiting for you. My home! My goddamn home in flames! It kills me that I can't get in there and do something! We couldn't have been any less prepared for this. Seems like they came out of nowhere. There were just so many of them. If only I had a way to strike back at the enemy. But we can't leave the barricade until that Oblivion gate is closed. You mean the priest? Last I saw him, he was leading a group towards the chapel of Akatosh. If he's lucky, he's trapped in there with the rest of them. At least safe for the moment. If he's not. Some kind of portal to Oblivion. The enemy used them to attack the city. They appeared outside the walls, and Daedra poured out. They've opened one right in front of the city gates. Until that gate is closed, the best I can do is try to hold these barricades.
Just read my design, let's collab sometime, add me on Discord. I might do that, thank you very much. I don't really stream, I just put all my thoughts out, hoping for people to get a bit of interest in some of the nonsense that I talk about, and for them to Google it and realize that
It's a brave thing you're doing.
fantasy and epic narratives have some sort of relationship to some of the real paranormal things that happen in our world and the afterlife and so on and so forth. It's kind of crazy. It's a whole lot. But if I ever become successful in this and I need some design stuff, I for sure will check out your Discord. Thank you so much. Oh man, they made it so good. This is literally a portal to hell. So this is Oblivion. Portal. I don't know if they touched upon what Oblivion really was in the previous games of the Elder Scrolls. I gotta play Morrowind. I haven't played Morrowind. I did finish Arena, but I don't remember them talking about Oblivion. It was like a very basic, like initial fantasy story idea. I didn't play Daggerfall as well. I need to play those games, but the whole idea of like portal straight to hell. And then when you go into the Mysterium Sarxis and you understand that these followers are really looking for a way to live forever in a pocket realm of their own creation in the quote-unquote heavens, because that's what the Mysterium Sarxis is. That's what the promise of the Daedra is. Eternal life. And this is why they want to do the plane meltdown, the whole thing. It is quite tempting, but just like the Ideal Masters in the realm of the Ideal Masters in Skyrim, when you do the vampire quest, it's not the highest form of afterlife. There are many places. I was going to hell. Very interesting, and oh man, the graphics now, they're... Oh my god, I'm so glad they remastered Oblivion. Let's go. Okay, autosave. Oh my god, look at that. Oh guys. Okay, so I'm in hell. Oh, I might talk about some of the research that I've done on... Okay, these guys have a lot of health actually. I don't think fire is gonna hurt them a lot.
Thank the Nine. I never thought I'd see another friendly face. The others taken. They were taken to the tower.
Tower. So why? What's going on?
Captain Matthias sent us in to try and close the gate. We were ambushed, trapped, and picked off. I managed to escape, but the others are strewn across the bridge. They took Minion off to the big tower. You've got to save him. I'm getting out of here.
Let him go, otherwise I'll feel bad if he gets killed.
Captain is still holding the barricade. I figured I was the last one left alive. All right, I'll try to get out of here and let the captain know what's going on.
I remember my previous playthroughs, they kind of die and I don't like it, and I'm only worrying about them. I don't Claymore. Install this. I think Cold Touch would be a little bit better here, although I do like a ranged attack. Yeah, I gotta go range attacks. I actually have to a little bit of clairvoyance. Oh, could not find a bat. Interesting. If I can open these doors. Or somewhere else. There's some nice gear right over there. And I'm sad for these guys who can die in the line of duty, but actually I think I need to swap my points. Find it. Here, back in the siege of Gun, this transfer arrow of the shoulder has been taken to a large tower with only search for him there. Okay, so this is the one that I need to like give clairvoyance for. Nice. Wants me to go there, but might be some things here and there. This is my sprint bottom. I've been thinking about getting the mod for the animation, but if you think about it, if you're running like really fast, you kind of do this, but not really. I don't know, it just looks silly to me. I don't think I would ever run like this. I do feel there needs a little bit of extra impact when killing these suits. First person view is not good for this game. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't like it. I think it makes me a little bit dizzy. It's too close to everything. Oh no! Oh, I'm such a moron. Uh oh! Uh oh! Uh oh! Uh oh! Not grass. Thing. Yeah, that kind of felt nice, I'm not gonna lie. Something cool about the Elder Scrolls and all these pocket realms is that this is basically the description of hell in some of the different ancient scriptures that we have. The idea of the lake of fire and how humans or these remains just feel suffering for eternity and they are punished for the sins and whatnot. The whole idea that there are these pocket realms of existence is really really interesting because, as I said, when I I've done some research on all of this and the afterlife and whatnot, and one of the things that keeps reoccurring is that people have a live review and it's all very positive, and it seems to be that the ultimate reality is really more positive than people may think. I want to start saying that, like, there's actually like a higher being that is, or higher beings plural, that are looking upon us, that are somewhat taking care of us, and that the life is a game on the material world, and then there is these other realms of non-materiality, but it all seems to be very positive, and there seems to be the quote-unquote heavens and whatnot, and in between these non-physical realms of reality there seems to be a somewhat negative place, which many refer to as hell, and where indeed all the pain and the suffering and the decay and all negative that you can think of exists. And if people think that they are deemed to be in this place, they find themselves in these places not because they deserve it, not because they are being punished, which seems somewhat unjust at first, but because they have literally the freedom to create any world they want and any reality with their own minds. So if they believe that there is this place, they will go there. Now there's another theory. The other theory suggests, and now I'm talking about the theories about hell and evil, is that this is somewhat of a place created by, let's call it, more advanced technological beings who want to trap us in the material world, and they create this place to make us afraid. It's quite complicated. I don't want to go fully deep into this. I'll just go on as I go back and forward. The reason why I play these games and I have this channel is because I do this research in real life. And sometimes when I'm playing these games, I just become inspired to talk about these things. But one of the things that I want to say, in case I make shorts about this, is that when you do research in these hellish near-death experiences, which are altered states of consciousness, and people talk about the negative places and the hells where they see people screaming for help, and they see the decay, and they feel the fire, and they feel the pain and whatsoever. They see the demons, they see these little beings, Daedric beings, as we see them in this fantasy of the Elder Scrolls. It always happens that when they realize that they have some power over the experience, or that they have some agency, or that they shouldn't be in this hell, there's always a light that comes from somewhere, and some sort of an angelic being comes to rescue them and to literally pull them from these hellish landscapes and from this pain and anxiety they feel while they are there. And for some it's religious, for some it's about calling to Jesus or God or praying, and for others it's a completely blank experience. It's just realizing that they have the power to escape, and then they are brought upon the actual heavens and the cosmic theme or cosmic realms by what they call, quote-unquote, light beings. This is not a fantastic story, this is not just fiction, this is real research on near-death experiences and some other altered states of consciousness which talk about these things. I find it fantastic, to be honest, and everybody should be aware that this is happening, because what we see in our fantasies goes beyond. And as I said, it's more positive than people may think. You know, when you think about the idea that people are actually experiencing some sort of hell, and they go deep in the descriptions of these places. It's kind of scary, but then you realize that most of the stories end up with a redeeming force. You realize that this is not the ultimate reality. There's a big mystery surrounding all of this. I'm trying to figure out what the whole thing is about. Yeah, there's much more than meets the eye, and I find it fantastic that these fantasies actually explore these themes of hell. And I do like that I am the hero and that I am trying to get to the bottom of it, figure out what exactly is really going on. Nice. Oh my god, this looks so bloody cool. It's just like this energy of fire and lava just... Oh shit. I think Frost is really useful against these little scamps. I love this. It just makes my life easier. Oh, I've been actual data the first time that I see them. They're so tall. Ah, you evil monsters. I mean, this is definitely faster than my weapon. I do like my steel claimer though. Keep the claimer. Bro, these are so cool. You come here and you hear a heart beating. It's a blood fountain, so you think about how hell would be. You think about all these macabre sort of rituals. Blood fountain seems to heal me somehow, and there are all these bodies like they use all these human sacrifices to power their enterprise. And what's interesting is that one of these, whole floor, door to the blood feast. I want to go to the blood feast. What's interesting is that actually one of these theories about what's going on beyond the veil, beyond the afterlife and whatnot, is that these hellish realms and these demons, what we call demons, are actually higher beings and more advanced beings who created all these things to scare us, and that they actually use humans as some sort of cattle in a way. I mean, there might be a whole cosmic game going on, and we might not really be cattle, but they do seem. There is that theory that they need us, or that they use something from us to... Oh wait, was I about to kill something? Yeah. I don't think so. I think it's just the music. Oh yes, right here. Darn it! Bastard, you little bastard. Oh, it's so strong. My magic is so strong. Oh, I can go up there. Nice. So these are actually doors. Corridors of Dark Salvation. Oh my god, it's so beautiful, it's so amazing. Yeah, one of these theories suggests that these higher beings, what we call demons, they actually need us to... They feed upon us, but not in the way that we would think. They don't feed on our flesh, they don't feed on our bodies or our blood even, how we conceive hell. Rather, they feel on our negative emotions. That's what Robert Monroe in his... And it's not really in the book, it's more a speculation from people. This whole idea of lush, of this energy that is created by the fear of humans and death and decay and all of those things, it might seem a little bit crazy and out of place, but it is an actual theory, and I don't think, even if it was real, I don't think that it's just about pure evil or anything like that. I've done a lot of research. It seems that it's just an expression, it's just... Imagine if you are an incredibly divine creature and there's nothing but divinity and perfection. You would create the most negative and the most opposite thing of your own nature just to experience and to choose the positive over the negative because you want to, not because it's the only thing that exists. So you need this polarity, you need this duality, something of that nature. It's quite complicated, these other theories. The whole door. I'm just playing Oblivion, so I think this is it to the outside? I think I have to actually go through here. Here a knife, I don't think I knife. Oh, this is so cool. Is that where I came in from? This is where he is held. So yeah, it seems that these beings are higher beings who kind of have overcome death itself, and they create all these material worlds and these... They... One of the most fucked up things, the most scary things, which is something that we might have to confront, is that this adrenaline of dying are coming with fear itself, feeds these demons in a way. It's such a strong adrenaline, and there are some conspiracy theories about this. But I think it is why animals were created in the first place. This idea of the hunter and the prey. Damn, this is... Oh my god, I forgot how dark is Oblivion, and now with these graphics, you can really say. So yeah, these dark things, people do talk about these things in their experiences. One of the reasons why I always play like paladin or priest. There was some reality to these negative beings. We would have to find a way to kill them and get rid of them. Okay.
Quickly, there's no time. You must get to the top of the large tower. The sigil keep, they call it. That's what keeps the Oblivion Gate open. Find the sigil stone, remove it, and the gate will close. Hurry! The keeper has the key. You must get the key.
Alright, so that's the key that I just got. So it's in... Talking about I don't think I can open it yet. He's talking about how the actual thing works. There's a way to close it. There's like the actual magic of it. My god, this is so bloody dark. It's cool and metal as hell though. Just to make things clear, because I might be making shorts about this whole thing and it might come as something very negative and strange. Yes, people are report these pocket realms of reality, but my research suggests that all these realms exist in the mind. They are not real places. They are just creations of the mind. But then you ask, what is the mind? And then I would say, mind is everything. Mind is consciousness. Mind is what drives material reality itself. When you think about it, it is consciousness that keeps everything together. If you do enough research on quantum physics, you realize this. Material reality seems to be responding to a non-physical force which keeps everything together. So even if these places were quote-unquote real, nothing is real and we have agency over it. This is why when we realize that we are not supposed to be in hell, of these people who have these experiences in real life. Oh, okay, no, I don't need this. This is what magic is. Magic is the use of the mind and the power of will. The power to bring will into reality. So when people realize that they are not supposed to be in hell, they get out of it either through a creation of their own or through calling for the help of a being who realizes that they have realized that they do not deserve, that they should not be in this negative realm. Is hell real according to the research on the afterlife? Yes and no at the same time. It's just a mental realm, like the many they are. This is not our final nature, this is not the truth, this is not the ultimate truth. You darn thing. Oh my god, this is just so cool. These graphics, man. The willpower is being drained, so that's my magica. You shall never do that, you a churl. I might turn up the difficulty in the future. Cool. Oh my god, this is so cool. What's this? Punished? Did he freeze? Frost damage is so strong against them. I love this. He have a scorch? Finished. Oh, this sigil stone. Oh my god, man, these graphics is just absolutely fantastic. I'm about to deactivate one of these portals to Hell or Oblivion. One Descendant sigil stone added to the player's inventory. Descendant? Oh my god. Then the light comes in. Is this part of the light? To give by taking the sigil stone that anchors it with Oblivion, I should tell Sably and Matthews the way to Kavach is now open. I find this extremely interesting. That when you actually activate the stone, this light comes from nowhere and it's a blinding light that eradicates the portal. Like I said, oh, and now the clouds just come up. I don't know if that was just a good timing or what, but yeah, we have closed this door to Oblivion. And as I said, in the real stories of the afterlife, when people have these negative experiences, which are tied also to negative psychedelic experiences or like these nightmare visions of hell, of this negative place where all the souls who have experienced negative things just go to mourn and to be desolate. People experience these negative feelings, and there's always a time when people experience this being coming from somewhere, usually the skies in these negative realms, and they pull them off. And as I said, the theme of light is always very present in all of these outer states of consciousness. This intelligent, perfect life that they explain is love like they have never felt before. Unconditional, perfect, intelligent love, which is what seems to be the ultimate creator, or what we would call God. So I find it interesting when you close that door of Oblivion, blinding light comes out of nowhere. As I said, this game, this fantasy narrative seem to be ways in which the truth emanates, because it's everywhere. The light, the force, the energy, the source, the creator, the divines, it's all the same thing. Seems to know that there's something else going on.
How could the Nine let this happen? Are they angry with us?
No, the Nine lived through us, Brother Merendil. We are supposed to take agency of the situation. That's my Elder Scrolls theory. I will expand a bit on it.
You close the gate.
That's my real life theory.
This is our chance to launch a counterattack. I need you to come with us. You've got far more combat experience than these men. Are you able to join us?
I am very good at combat. I've been playing games all my life.
Before they have a chance to barricade the city gate.
I'm not ready. I gotta sleep, bro.
The longer we wait, the smaller our window of opportunity. Get ready and do it quickly. We've got to move soon. Be quick about it. This is our best chance to rescue the survivors from the chapel.
I have to sleep and I have to level up. Nice. I forgot that I can sprint. Narura sprint.
Lucky in a basement hiding.
I'm angry.
It's possible.
I want to stay
Or
angry.
maybe she
That
got
anger
out
keeps me
and she's
going.
looking for you
It's
too.
the smell, really.
It's the smell,
Smoke and
really.
fire.
Smoke and fire and something worse in the ruins.
Gods, I don't even notice anymore.
Nice. These choose 3. I think I got it. I got a little bit of personality. I think I would have good personality. If intelligence or willpower. I think intelligence is my mana pool, magic pool. Willpower is just how fast I replenish it. Been pretty good on willpower though. I guess I would do intelligence so I can cast better spells. Secret of success is just a matter of concentration. You know what? That's actually really cool.
I've looked everywhere. Perhaps she's still in Kvatch, in a basement, hiding?